And we're back to night 1 of season 2 of the Worcester Premier League. Thank you very much for joining us. Looks like Joe and Tom are just about ready to get going here. We might have just missed the bull. Actually, looks like they're still practicing the bull. Maybe they're stuck in a bull off here. Ah, Joe's outside. They definitely were doing the bull. I think they might be getting going here. Looks like Tom is getting going here. Remember, this is the semifinal match. Tom Curtin, Joe Ricard, and the other side of the bracket, we have Roberto Santos and Mike Carignan facing off. We are in for a treat with these two gentlemen. Both guys throwing wonderful, wonderful darts. Joe Ricard with the big 140 there. Again, his consistency that he displayed against Sargent in the opening match is still there. Hasn't gone anywhere. But Tom is no slouch, looking like he's going to respond with a 140. Big statement visit there from Tom. Oh, looks like these guys are just drilling here. Joe with another 140 on the board. A little bit of pressure on Tom to keep this going. 180 sure would be nice. No 180, but a 140 is certainly possible. He'll take a 100. Ah, can't find it. Only 60 on the board. Sorry, everybody, we're back. A little bit of a technical discussion behind the scenes. Again, this is the opening night of Season 2. Still many, many things to figure out, but we're trying our best here. Production team is doing their best to work out all the kinks. Production team being all of 2 people, including myself, so we're trying. We're working hard to make sure that we're delivering nothing but the best darts action this side of Worcester. And Joe, not pleased with that 36, would have wanted to take the whole lot. Tom, 3 darts at 140. Looks like it's not going to go. Oh, doesn't do well to set himself up either. Joe, 3 darts at 40. Just a little low. Taking that step back to regroup, and he finds it on the second one. Great statement start from Joe. 92 average to get things going. Joe looking to keep things going here. 60's a solid start. That's the type of quality of these players, though, is that 60 is not what they want. They get frustrated, angry. They get mad when they hit 60. Triple 20s come so naturally for these guys, and looks like 2 came naturally for Tom. Starting leg 2 off with a big, big 125. Joe immediately under pressure, needing to hit big, put the pressure right back on Tom. And he does. Certainly keeps ahead. Tom in a good position here to keep things going, and looks like he's finding it. Second one's a little wayward. Can he correct? And he does. Another 1-2-1. 1-2 plus visit from Tom Curtin. Definitely going to make Joe think here. The outs are coming naturally for Joe. That first one might have been a freebie. Will he fill it up? Looks like he does. Big 180 visit from Joe Ricard. Tom putting in the work with those trebles, but Joe hitting back with a solid ton 80. 60's not what he would have wanted. A little bit of confused look. Why? Why are you not going into the triple 20? That's the type of quality of these players. They get confused, angry when their darts don't naturally find their way in. Fortunately, with this game, you can't will your darts into the triple 20. Now, sometimes it certainly looks like they're doing just that. 65 visit from Joe, continuing to knock down his score and set himself up. Tom with a 195, no out here. How is he going to set himself? Not what he would have wanted. Looks like he was going for the trip 19 there. 96 left from Joe. Certainly a gettable out. 76 wants another one. Finds it. 2 8s. Oh, solid visit and a solid take from Mr. Ricard. That's 2 legs on the spin for Joe. Beautiful outs. Tom under a lot of pressure here. Looks like the first set might just be over unless he can keep things rolling. Opens with a solid ton. Definitely the type of work and the type of visits that he needs to keep the pressure on. Joe putting the work right back in. Looks like a 140. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. High pressure darts. Every single dart that, well, does exactly that. Falls into the 1 is such a pain. 1-2-1 is beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Tom certainly hammering the triple 20 bed. 97 average from Mr. Ricard. Definitely finding that extra gear here. Looks like a 140. Yeah, it is. Joe is finding that extra gear when he needs it most. No, it's just the opening set, but this has certainly got to be a confidence booster. 55 from Tom. Not what he would have wanted. So costly when Joe's hitting right into the 100s here. Looks like 181 left. How is he going to set himself up here? Taking that thought, taking that step. Hits the 50. Solid darts there from Joe. 90 is a great leave. Well, 131 is a great leave, and 90 is a great shot to set it up. Oh, not the type of visit that Tom Curtin would have wanted here. Does well to find the third, but not the type of darts that he would have wanted to start that visit off with. 131 for Joe. Looking for a big out here. Won't go. Won't be able to set. Well, he can still set it up nicely, but would have wanted the triple with the second dart. 59 on the board from Joe. Could be costly. Tom is a great shot, and 150 certainly is in his arsenal. There's the first. Oh, the second just won't go. Again, we apologize for the stream not being family friendly. Frustration from Tom. He definitely felt like he had that. He had it. Again, the dart just wouldn't go. Couldn't find the triple 18. Joe with 72. First one was going for the trip 16, but it looks like it's in the 7. 65 left. Finds the single bull. Tops. Oh, too high. The frustration coming clear. Can't leave Tom Curtin 63. The likelihood he takes it. Well, that's certainly an interesting way to go. 13 left. 2 4s needed. And it's just wide. Was definitely aiming for the 25 there, but Tom, you're too good. Joe with 3 darts at tops. First one's a little low. Second one's in there. Joe with the clean sweep to open the first set. 3 legs on the spin. Tom shooting well. Shooting very well. He's just not taking those opportunities that Joe's giving him. Joe is clinical about his outs. He's not leaving too much meat on the bone for Tom to have a nibble at. Ruthless darts from Joe tonight. But Tom still has plenty of time to correct. Looking to fill it up. There's 2 in there. Put the third one. Oh, just high. 140 is a great start, though. Great start. Great dart. Great start and great darts from Tom. Say that 5 times fast. Joe looking to respond. Just sneaks into the 5. 85 on the board. Still a great visit. Keeping the pressure on, keeping his foot on the gas. Just a little low. A solid ton visit for Tom Curtin. Joe definitely putting the pressure on. He does well to recover after that first one in the trip one. Looks like a 1-2-3. These guys making this game look as easy as ABC, I swear. Looks like 61 on the board for Tom Curtin, 81. And that's the type of frustration when your opponent is playing so well. 91 average. Doesn't matter if you hit the triple once. You feel like you have to hit it twice to have a chance. And Joe's just keeps on drilling the triples. 1-3-3 visit from Joe Ricard. Doing well to leave himself 100. Tom can only hope to set himself up here. One more would be nice. And he finds it. Big pressure from Tom Curtin. Amazing setup play. But this 100 certainly in Joe's arsenal. Does he go tops, tops? He finds the first one. Oh, just a little low. Love the banter. Tom's going to have to settle himself in, find the 218s needed. And he gets it in the first start. Solid leg from both gentlemen, I'll parrot that. Tom with a great take. I know. We can all confirm that Tom is not shooting bad. Everybody there still cheering him on. This is a fantastic leg of darts from everybody. Fantastic darts on display from these two gentlemen. And they're certainly not even close to being done with the game. Still so much more game to go here. Tom opening with a 60. Again, you feel like 60 is just not enough. Let's see what Joe can do here to get going in this leg. Oh, 45 is not what he would have wanted. A little bit of a sigh there from Joe. Definitely would have wanted those darts back. Tom doing well to go downstairs and find the trip 17, 91. Does well to correct his score, leave himself 350. Joe already starting to feel the pressure. 2 visits in, and he's already down 100 points, but he comes roaring back with the big 140. 10+ gaps are nothing to these guys. They can recover that 2 to 3 darts, no problem. The pressure's always there. 55 is not what Tom would have wanted. Sure, he's back in front, but if Joe keeps hitting like that, he's going to be under a lot of pressure fairly quickly here. Joe continuing to drill, baby drill with that 100. Just keeps finding the big scores when he needs to keep knocking it down. With the way he's finishing, it's just scary when your opponent is running away with it and taking it out. You hear what Tom said earlier. It's just, he felt like he played well. It's certainly not over yet. Does well to find the trip 19. Beautiful, beautiful shot. 92 on the board there for Joe. Leaving himself 1-2-4. Beautiful setup play. Just a little high there for Tom. 194 left. 189. Does well to find the third. Puts him within range, but definitely more of an ask for Mr. Curtin. 1-2-4 is a little bit of an easier take, but Joe's making it look hard, unfortunately. I think it hurts him the most. All he can do here is set it up. 104 left. It doesn't find the trip 18 either. Again, 1-3-2 certainly in Tom's arsenal. Starts off with the first bull. One more. Ah. Tom shaking his head there. Would have wanted the second one. What a beautiful shot. He finds the... Again, having to lower the volume of the stream here. Doing our best to be PG friendly here on the stream. Again, the production team is only 2 folks, so apologies that we don't have our bleep just set up just yet. Tom looking to take out 13. Does well to hit the 5. 2 4s. Just outside. Oh, the wrong number. Unfortunate bust there from Tom. You feel like Joe. Golden opportunity here at 25. Hits the 9, 2 8s. And again, Joe just not leaving anything left for Tom to pick up. If you leave him those opportunities, he's closing them out clinically. Joe opening with a 45. Let's see how Tom can respond here. Good ton from Tom. Puts the pressure right back on Joe. Looks like these darts are starting to fly a little bit to the sides here. Wants to correct those. It might be a 30 on the board for Joe. 45. Tom is certainly a frightening dart player to go up against when he's on. Makes the game look so easy. Such a smooth action in his throw as well. Really makes it look so graceful to play this game. Both these gentlemen, Joe being a archer before picking up the darts. 85 on the board there for Joe. Good pressure back on Tom. Tom just doing his thing, just keeping everything grouped tightly. Another 85. Not making the game look hard at all. I agree. Come on, Joe. You can't let those darts get away from you. Does well to find the 83. Might need that little extra bit of encouragement. Started off the first set with incredible scoring prowess, and it seems to just be escaping him. Tom finding it. 1-2-1 on the board for Tom. Big visit to follow Joe's previous. They're just not seeming to drop in as easily as they were. 55 from Joe, not the visit that he would have wanted. Angrily pulling his darts from the board. Tom hoping to take this out. 94 left. Not the... Yeah, he's taking a pause, recollecting himself. Doesn't find the third, but does correct the score. No out from 188 here for Joe. 168 remaining. Looks like only 40 on the board there, so 148. Would love to find a triple, and he just makes it look difficult. Looks like Tom was grimacing or relishing in the moment that Joe couldn't deliver. Might have been a little premature. 145 is a big ask for Joe Ricard, but certainly in the toolbox. Can he find it? He can only set up from here. Does well to hit the 65, but 3 darts at tops for Tom. It looks like it might be his leg here. Can he find it? And he does. Second dark take for Tom Curtin. Definitely putting the pressure back on Joe. Looks like Tom on throw here. His set. Honestly, his set to lose. And close it out right here. Looks like Tom needs to change those explosive dart points. Oh, never mind. I thought it had bounced out. A little bit of a technical glitch from my part. 60 on the board for Tom. Decent start. Joe hitting back with the 60 of his own. Keeping things interesting, keeping things tight, giving us viewers exactly what we want. We want the drama. We want things to be close. We want the high pressure. We want to see the sweat from the players. We don't want to see that, Tom. That's all right. Maybe a little bit of nerves are starting to settle in for the players here. The triples are not coming as easy as they once were. We've seen Joe's average drop from 100 to 81 here. Some might say settling in, but both of these guys can hit well into the high 80s, mid 90s. Solid 140 from Tom Curtin. Joe gonna have to hit big here if he wants to keep his leg alive. Need the 140, only finds the 100. Tom plenty up here, in great position to keep on running away. $60 still not a bad visit, but a nice visit from Joe would put him right back in the hunt. Right underneath. Finds it. Threads the needle with that third dart. Puts 100 up on the board. 196 for Tom. 200 chasing for Joe. Looks like both are a little high. Will need a triple. He gets blocked. The grouping was just a little too good. Now these are the type of situations that bring out the stress, bring out the nerves. Joe could do very well to set himself up, but absolute punisher of a second dart, 55. Tom can do very well here to hit 2 triple 20s, to hit the double 8. Starts off with the 1. You feel like that's an opportunity missed for Tom. Definitely a bit of a breather for Joe. Still has a lot of work to do. Not an easy take. And will continue to be a difficult take to look for. Doesn't hit the single bull either. 49. The nerves are starting to settle in for both gentlemen here. Tom, 112. 92 left. Needs that triple 20. Oh, again. Does well to find the third, but he won't be pleased even with that setup shot of a third dart. A little bit of frustration setting in for Tom. He knows that he could have taken that right there and then. And Joe with a big opportunity at 96. Needs the triple. He tried to go double-double and he gets punished for it. Tom calling him out for it. Cheers and jeers for Tom to Joe. 3 darts at tops. And he finds it.
I escaped on that one.
Both guys being very friendly. Know each other very, very well. Again, that's one of the things that makes the Worcester Premier League so great is even though the darts flying are super competitive, super high quality, everybody here is such great pals, such good buddies. Everybody rooting for each other, wanting each other to do well. Great 97 open from Tom. He immediately puts his foot on the gas, says, "Come on, Joe, let's race." And just a reminder to the viewers at home that this is the final set. First of 2 sets, both guys at 1 set apiece. Joe rocketed away the first 3 legs of the game, hitting well over 100 average. It seems like he's come back to earth in the second set. Tom taking him out three legs to 1. Tom seems to have the advantage coming into the first leg of this final set. Score update here from the other board. Mike Carignan is 1 set up on Roberto. We might check in with them later if we get the opportunity. Not the type of visit that Tom would have wanted to have. 40, certainly a reprieve for Joe, but Joe is well over 100 behind, and that first dart is going to do him no favors. Neither is the second. 43 is not what he would have wanted to have. Again, the nerves of these final sets start to creep into the heads of the players, start to find their way into the arm. It's one thing to be playing at home against Dart Connect or even against friends and family in a social setting, but when you're under pressure constantly, it's so difficult to put those darts together. Joe doing very well to find that third dart. Puts 100 up on the board. A poor visit from Tom could give Joe a lot of life here. Clicking of the darts, but doesn't find his way in the bed. Third one does. Solid answer from Tom. Joe shaking his head. He knows that he has a lot of work. Needs a big visit here if he wants to have a chance. Needs to find the triple. It just won't go. Needs to find it. Does well to find that in the end. But you feel like Tom is... Whoa. Hopefully Joe's okay. Looks like he dropped his darts. Doesn't find the triple that he needs, but can still set himself up nicely. Only 56 there. Joe's outs have been clinical, but has yet to find a absolute dagger. Double 19. Oh! Just high. Definitely an opportunity that's come and gone for Joe. 48 is definitely a lot more friendly. 2 darts at tops here for Tom. Can start this set off the way he wants. And he finds it on the third one. Absolutely drills it. Uses that second dart as a guide. Finds his way in. Joe already starting to show a little bit of frustration there, but needs to keep it together. There's still a lot of darts that can be played, and he's not playing poorly. Both guys averaging in the high 70s here, but are capable of playing, as Joe showed off in that first set, well into the high 90s, low 100s. Again, Tom is no slouch. Definitely one of the better shots here in this area. Showcasing that there with the 100, correcting beautifully. Low to high to right where he wants it. Starting off just a little wide for Joe. Trying to cheer himself on. Trying to find it. Sometimes you have to get on your case in order to keep that arm throwing right where you want it to, but darts is such a fickle game. 60 is certainly a lot better than what most people walk away from the board with. But again, the quality of these players, 45s, 55s, 60s, not enough. 2 triple minimum is the mentality for most of these guys. 95 for Joe Ricard. Doing well to keep ahead of Tom. I feel like the triples are starting to become a little bit of a chore for Tom here. And Joe can do well to keep on punishing if Tom can't seem to find that triple bed. Looks like 2 20s in for Joe. 3 20s, no triples, all a little high. Tom over 100 points behind, but he's going to cut into that very nicely with that first one, looking to fill it up. Big 125, but not the 180 that he would have been looking for. Again, big visit. Puts himself back in the lead, and he's able to set himself up nicely with a big triple 20 visit. And Joe just trying to salvage this 203 into something gettable, and he does. Does very well to find that switch onto the triple 19. And Tom looking for something very easy if he gets the chance to come back. 81 certainly makes things a little bit more challenging. Cuts into it very well, but 106 is in Joe's arsenal. 86 left. It won't go. 38 on the board for Joe. 58 he's walking away with. 95, 2-darter if he chooses for Tom. Starts with the single bull, looks like. Could be mistaken. 70 left. Again, the frustration, the grunt from Tom. He knows that he's letting Joe off the hook with a 48 remaining. These are the type of outs that really make or break sets. Joe's going to get 2 darts at double 16. Needs to find it, you feel. He does well to find it. Beautiful third dart, tying things up here in the third set. Again, you love to see the respect from Tom with the nice hit there. That was 48 under a lot of pressure. Even though Tom let Joe off the hook, you have to take those opportunities. It's one thing for your opponent to give them to you, but if you walk away not taking advantage of it, it's only going to feel worse. And Joe doing very well to take that opportunity. Looks like 60 on the board there. Darts weren't able to find their way in. Tom with a very nice 420. Looking to knock that down. Love another triple. Doesn't find the switch, but walks away with 99. Joe under a lot of pressure here with 441. Needs to come up with a big score. 60's just not going to do. A little bit of a breather here for Tom. 60 up on his opponent. Already has 80 up on the board. 81's no slouch of a visit, but again, the frustration. 81's just not good enough. Quality of these players is something to behold. Joe struggling to find the triple bed. 60 just won't do. Again, another breath of fresh air for Tom. He'll say, I'll take that. Keep on hitting those 60s, Joe. I'll keep finding the triple 20. I'll show you how to do it. And he finds it again and again. 140 visit, it looks like, from Tom Curtin. Oh, only 100. But still a very important 100 to leave himself 140. 3-2-1. Joe's counting down his visits here as he looks towards Tom's score. 120 left. It's not going to go this time around, but he can still do very well to set himself up. 100 would leave him very handy. Only hits the 60. Joe Ricard very far back with the 2-6-1. Needs to find a triple, and he doesn't. No high out that he can look at if Tom should miss. Single 20 on the board, 60 left. Tops. He just can't find it. So close. But again, he's under no pressure. He knows he's coming back. All Joe can do is hope that he can set up and... Yeah, well, put $1 in the swear jar, Joe. So frustrated with these darts. He knows that if he had set himself up, he might give himself a look. And Tom just cruel. First dart at the 210s. Joe expressing his frustration to Tom. Again, both guys are not playing bad. Joe has that gear. He was able to find it. While they talk about things... never mind. We won't switch over to the second board. Looks like they're going to get going again. Joe needing to find 2 straight legs to keep his night 1 alive here. Opens with a good 95. Both guys very evenly matched. Showcasing some very, very good scoring. 60 on the board there for Tom. Not what he would have wanted. Joe has the opportunity to put some pressure on. Quick score update as we watch Tom and Joe battle it out here. Roberto is 2 legs up to 1 on Mike in the second set, but Mike still has that 1 set advantage. Certainly an interesting match developing over there on the second board. We may be able to check him out in a little bit here, depending on how this match turns out. Joe looking to knock down 365. Hits a solid 100, bringing it down to 265. Tom well behind. That's a great first. Would need to follow. Does. Would love to fill it up. And a big 180 when he needs it. Beautiful darts from Tom Curtin. Finds the 180 when he needs to. The best players will find those big hits when they need to. And Tom certainly does to put himself right back into this game. Joe certainly feeling the nerves there. It looks like only 43 scored. Can Tom keep it going? First dart's in. Looks like the second dart squeaked into the 555. Third one's right where it needs to be. Big pressure from Tom. Big 135 from Tom. Joe needing to fill it up here. Put some pressure on, and that second dart is just going to be a killer. Does well to correct, though, with the trip 17. It puts a lot of pressure on Tom. Tom relishing in the challenge, the opportunity that 112 puts on him. 96, you almost feel like it has to go. Needs to find the triple 20. And it just won't. Does well to set it up, but this 110 under a lot of pressure. Joe knows that he's not going to come back if he can't find it. Needs the triple. It just won't go. A shake of the head. Joe taking a step back to think how he wants to set it up. And he can't find the triple 18. A bit of a disappointment there for Joe. It was right there with that second dart, but just refused to go in. And Tom with 3 at tops. You feel like he's not going to miss. And he doesn't. Tom with a great game against Joe. Showing that even though you can start off a little slow, Joe coming out of the gate roaring with the 100-plus average. Tom was able to battle his way back and take it, move on to the final on night 1 here in Season 2 the Worcester Premier League.